Hello guys. First of all, let me apologize for for uploading this video very late. I wasn't I didn't get time to post any video on my channel. So maybe you are watching this video after a long time. So we are thinking of doing some small projects, and we are going to show it to you. So today we are working on the Honda CVR, and we are going to replace the rear wheel bearing and the sprocket bearing of this bike. After that, we will also show you how we are going to remove those bearings using a bearing puller. We already have three different size bearings which are compatible for this bike. We got it from SKF, and now we will begin. We'll start right from the removal of tire and taking out of the bearings. It's all we are going to start. So keep watching, and if you have any comments like where will you get a bearing puller, or kind of any doubts, if you have in your mind, you can get back to us on the comments. So keep watching. A bearing puller to remove the bearing from the alloy wheel. After that, we are also replacing the sprocket bearing. So here is the sprocket and the hub. So the bearing is installed inside this. So we'll have to remove the dust seal and take out the sprocket bearing. So we have installed the bearing puller, and now we are going to pull out the bearing from the alloy wheel. So the dust cap is out, you can see, and you can see the rust over here around the bearing. Here is the rust. So now we will also be removing this bearing. You can see the bearing has already come out of this alloy. So we are using it more power to completely remove it. So that's the difference between the new bearing and the old bearing, which we have already taken out from the alloy. So before we install the new bearing, we'll have to clean the area with the help of petrol or a diesel. We'll have to lubricate that part, and then we'll have to push the bearing inside the alloy wheel. And we have already cleaned the area, you can see here, and now we're going to press this bearing inside this. So before we press this bearing, we'll have to lubricate the ID, or the inside diameter. And when we are pressing this bearing inside the alloy wheel, we have to ensure that we tap on the outer surface of the bearing, so the bearing won't get damaged. We are using this socket spanner, so that we can comfortably press in the bearings. So you can see the condition of a spacer. The spacer basically fits between the two bearings, and through which the rear axle goes. You can see the condition of the spacer. What we'll have to do is we'll have to clean the spacer with the help of petrol or diesel and certain chemicals, just to ensure that the rust comes off from the spacer. You can see the condition. We have already removed everything from it. Now we are going to put it back in the alloy wheel, and then later similar process, we are going to lubricate the internal diameter of this, and then we'll have to press the bearing inside. Of the old bearing, and which we have already taken out, you have seen, and this is a new bearing. So bearing number, for your reference, is 6303. it's already written here. So we are going to press this bearing inside this. So before we press it, we'll have to lubricate the outer of this bearing and the area where the bearing fits. So now that's the rear sprocket. We have already removed this bearing from that sprocket. You can see the condition of this bearing. The bearing number is 6204. And here is the new bearing from SKF. So we are going to install this bearing in the rear sprocket. Similarly, we'll have to lubricate the internal area of this, at the same time the bearing, the outer bearing. So the new bearing installation process is over, and now we are going to install this alloy wheel back on the bike. You have already seen it, how we have removed the alloy wheels. I'm not going to cover that part as of now. I hope you like the process of the new bearing installation. If you have any doubts or comments, you can always write in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Bye. Have a good day.